What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on where you're at, but I hope it is awesome. And man, have the markets taken a shift today, waiting for tomorrow's news. Is this going to be a end of the month fake out, or are we going to actually see a rally? What are we going to see following tomorrow's announcement with the FOMC meeting with the PAL? Obviously, we know that it's going on today. Announcements will be made tomorrow. But the S&P gains on Tuesday as it heads for the best January since 2019. Obviously, that was during the pandemic or the beginning of the pandemic. But it is good to see. We've had some really good earnings coming in from General Motors. Obviously, ExxonMobil came back with some good earnings. We got more earnings coming. I think they're on Thursday for the tech side of it. So it'll be extremely interesting to see where the tech side goes with Meta and Apple and all those. I mean, some people are a little bit concerned about how the NASDAQ is going to turn out, but right here, the NASDAQ Composites has risen more than 9% this month, which is fantastic. I mean, the markets overall in 2023 are doing very, very well. We're off to a really, really good start, but can tomorrow be the sort of the end to these nice little runs? I think a lot of people are actually out there shorting the market for tomorrow. Every time Jerome Powell speaks, the market's obviously going to the red because of people probably shorting. There might be a bounce back. But some people feel that we're not ready. We're not ready for the bull run. We're not ready for the pivot. Obviously, we are going to increase rates. I think overall there's going to be an average of everyone agreeing that 25 basis points is going to be what's coming in tomorrow, which is nice because if you actually go back and you look at the rates that were risen, we had 75 basis points 4 consecutive times, followed by a 50% basis point. So I mean, we've risen the interest, or we've actually risen rates significantly over the course of 2022. Now coming into here, we'll obviously damper down into 25 basis points, and hopefully by March, because again, the next meeting will be in March. So we'll have end of January. This will be January and February. End of March will be the next announcement, hoping that maybe they don't increase rates. And at that point, we will have a pivot from increasing rates. And that could be a trigger, or it could be, we'll have to wait and sort of see how this rolls out. I mean, this could be prolonged into May or June as well. But it is good to see before tomorrow. Even the crypto market is up 0.28%. Obviously, Bitcoin back above 23,000. Ethereum's right on the verge of getting back above 16 before tomorrow, which would be actually a nice little accomplishment. So what's up, and for the gains? Jorge, Joshua, good to see you guys. The volume, USDC it's up a little bit. Luna's up just a tad bit as well. Can't believe how cheap to buy a Veracity. Yeah, good old Veracity. What's up, Javi? Shib Armor Strong, buddy. I bet George feeling dumb today, dude, because yesterday he said that Luna Classic is dead. I think George got wrecked on Luna Classic, you know what I mean? Or on Terra Luna. I mean, he was buying the dips during that whole thing, and I think he had a lot of money tied into that whole deal. So I think George got wrecked, and you get a little salty when it comes to projects that wreck you. You know what I mean? Even if they might recover or become better, we all sort of grow to eventually not like them because they've wrecked you. So yeah, I don't know where he stands with that, but unfortunately, I don't think Luna Classic's dead quite yet. I think there's still life in it. We'll have to sort of see how everything comes out. Obviously the momentum has died down significantly. The hype behind it has died down. A lot of that's due to its own internal issues with validators, with team leaders, things like that. So I mean, it's to their own doing, but we'll see what happens, man. What's up, Racket? Good to see you, boy. Danny Mitchell, what's up, buddy? XRP is for me. Yeah, I want to talk about XRP today. XRP had a very, very good sort of a ruling with a library coming back and basically saying that they're not even going after the secondary offering of it to make it. So basically, they're saying that it's not a security. This is actually a really big win for XRP, right? It wasn't an XRP, but it was for library here. Let's go to it real quick right here. And as you guys saw, I mean, this is actually a really, really good. So LBRY is obviously carrying the torch here because they actually won a really, really big case here. I think this is a big movement in the case of Ripple and XRP. So yeah, we'll get into that real quick. After I say hello to everyone here. What's up, making true money? What's up, buddy? Austin, my online bank is offering no cryptos, and XRP is the one. Yeah, dude, XRP is making some moves, dude. They're obviously working with a country. One of the big ones right here that they're working with is No, not that one. Montenegro right here. The prime minister came back and said that they're going to be working on a central bank digital currency. So they're going to help. They're going to help them with the CBDC. Again, I think CBDCs are something that we're starting to talk about. I don't think a lot of people fully understand what CBDCs are going to be. Here in the United States, I think a lot of us are trying to avoid CBDCs, so that's an interesting take. I don't know if I'm all for them because it does sort of make decentralization centralized around whatever country's CBDC that it is, but that's probably the next progressive step. So yeah, what's up, GS? How you doing, Seiko Hunt? What's up, buddy? Seiko Strong here. What's up, Austin? Been missing your live chat. It's all good, Dustin. It's all good, man. Good to see you here. What does XRP not being a security mean? It just means that it'll go on as a commodity. It'll be able to be traded as a commodity, used as a commodity, and won't fall under SEC regulation in terms of a security. So the chances for it to grow, and right now we all know that it's wrapped up in a court case. If it becomes a security, Ripple's already came out and said that they'll probably move on from the trading inside the United States. So yeah, it could be very, very interesting. When's the next time Powell speaks? He speaks on the March. I think the next FOMC meeting. Let's see. They're coming out tomorrow with their announcement 2023. They have it's just going to be an announcement tomorrow, and then on March 21st and 22nd will actually be the summary of economic projections. So again, he'll come out and talk, but then there'll be the where he comes out and actually gives a projection, the economic projections of what 2023 is going to look like. So those are the ones we really got to pay attention to, because that's sort of giving us the forecast of what they're predicting, the next months to be in terms of rate hikes and things like that. So, yeah, what's up, Ben? What's up, Bree? How you doing, man? Joshua, how are you feeling today? I'm a little sick today, man. I got a little bit of a fever, stuffy nose, sore throat. The one thing about kids going to school is they bring everything home to you, so that's always nice. But we're doing fine, man. We'll push through this. Gabe, what's up, buddy? Digital Woody, what's up, man? Brian's in the house. Almo, knocking it out of the park with these NFTs, man. These MMAI NFTs, man. He's buying them up. Good morning to you, Rob. Got it. Kryptonic, good to see you, man. It's good to see everyone in here, dude. So Powell speaking tomorrow, a good thing for once? Nah, it's usually not. I mean, typically when Jerome Powell speaks, the market turns red. Not that it's because I think that people are just anticipating it to be, we're going to have rate hikes, 25 basis points being predicted as of right now. With that being said, I think a lot of people short the market just in anticipation of making a quick buck. So the market will probably get shorted across crypto and across the stock market. We've had this week we started off strong. I mean, two days going into the green. Probably falling by a rough. Tomorrow will be rough, I think. Then we might pick back up, but I think that's because people are just shorting the market. But we'll be surprised. Maybe there'll be a wrench thrown in there, and we'll have a green day. Who knows? If you weren't buying Luna Classic at a 7, 8, and 9 mark, but at the top you got wrecked, yeah, definitely don't be buying on green candle. I said that when that whole Binance thing was going on, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, gotta get in Binance burn." I was like, dude, there is no way I'm buying Luna Classic right now. Crazy how some projects screw up and people really rally to save it, while others get vilified for less. It's true, F. Joe. Luna Classic is definitely. I think people are trying to. They have like that. It's like that. It's a weird mentality in this space. You know what I mean? People are always trying to save the next project, or they have a group of people that are trying to save their money. So yeah, count myself. So here goes. Luna Classic is trash. I think a lot of people feel that, Kev. A lot of people like myself, want to see it succeed, but doesn't mean that it will, right? I mean, there really hasn't been a whole lot that's given me like a great feeling that like Luna Classic is gonna succeed or be able to, do everything they say, repeg to the dollar, get it back and going. I think that they're just gonna have to move into like honestly, dude, they're just gonna have to open up another blockchain and call it Luna Classic. That's how I feel. And get rid of USTC, but that's the whole goal, is that they don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, so the good thing right now is that it says the Ripples versus security in the exchange lawsuit is one of the longest running cases. It says the lawsuit against XRP began in December 2020. We all remember that. And it says that John Deaton, who is closely following the case, has claimed that hearing the library case will play an important role in the crypto moving forward. It says after referring to an article written by a commercial contract lawyer, they were talking about this. They basically came out and said right here, let me go when we find it. It said that Where's it at in here? I was just reading it. I might have missed it. It said right here, first word from the SEC versus library hearing. The SEC admitted on record that the token itself is not a security. So that's what's being said right here. And really, it was because they basically said that the second offering wasn't under the case. So like they weren't actually going for it. To be honest, it said right here, referring to the article that gave rise to discussion in the court, after which the judge stated that he could not stop library users to trade LBC as it's not a security. This statement will now act in favor of other crypto-related cases like Ripple. So basically, LBC was a fall off of, it was a token off of a library, and they're saying that secondary offering was not a security. So by that being said, that makes technically XRP not a security based off of it being similar in case. Again, sort of right here is where it really comes down to. I think that this is still up for interpretation, but I do agree that based on the SEC's schizophrenic argument regarding what constitutes the enterprise of Ripple, they could deny a summary judgment and rule that there is a genuine issue of material facts as it exists to the common enterprise. I mean, like there's so many things going on that are not in favor of the SEC right now because of their argument and because of this library case right now they basically just came out and said that their secondary offering was not a security. So we won't be able to avoid CBDCs. Yeah, they're coming, dude. There's no way. CBDCs are going to be what rules. Where we're going to have to. It's going to. That might get rid of. Honestly, like CBDCs might be the stake in the heart for Tether and USDC and any other stablecoin that's out there, at least traded here in the United States. Cash will be around. I think so. You can't just get rid of cash. I mean, it's going to take a long time to just, we're done with cash. I mean, there's so many people out there that will not move to a digital form. It's just, yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening. Yeah, they will move out. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, they'll definitely move out. I mean, why stay? What time does Powell speak tomorrow, Florida time? It's going to be 11 p.m. He usually speaks about 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when Powell speaks. Good to see everyone, MMAI. Let's go. What's up, G Vibes? Yeah, I appreciate that, Joshua. Yeah, man, I'll get better, dude. I'll get better. What's happening? No problem making true money. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week is going to be interesting. I'm with you, Luke. Excuse me. I'm with you, dude. It's going to be an interesting take. I'm here for it, though. So this move right here by the SEC and sort of what was being said in there is going to be it's going to be eye-opening for a lot of people. I think this is why I like XRP. So it still remains uncertain. There's no hey, definitive on this, but it is looking nicely. I did think that they actually did win, have a little bit of a victory here. It says both Ripple and SEC are confident of their emerging victory. Like they think that they're actually going to win. The crypto community will be looking at the court's decision and sealing certain documents. I mean, this has gone on for almost 3 years now. We're 2.5 years. It's ridiculous. Maybe a little over 2 years. So I would rather take a chance in case Luna Classic takes off. Yeah, man. If you have a good position to hold in Luna Classic and you feel confident with it, yeah, just continue to hold it. I mean, some people sell it, some people hold it, and that's just what it does. XRP bought at 0.33. Let's go to $5. Yeah, I mean, dude, we're buying it at 31 cents, 35 cents, 33 cents. I mean, even right now, it could be a steal of a deal, right? We're sitting at 40 cents based off what everyone's sort of projecting, right? I mean, a lot of people believe that XRP could actually go into, $10, $20, $100. People think that this can actually challenge a market cap of Bitcoin. And I mean, if you really want to go back and play that game, I mean, if you truly think that XRP is going to challenge Bitcoin, I mean, you're talking a 20x from where it's at right now in terms of market cap, right? It's at 20 billion right now. If it's going to hit a 400 billion market cap, that's going to be a 20x from where it's at. So, I mean, basically you're talking $8. $8 is a 20x from where you're at right now. I mean, could anyone take a 20x right now? I mean, imagine if you put 10 grand in this right now today, and this thing were to eventually hit a market cap of what Bitcoin's at, right? So you put $10,000 in, you times it by 20. When you're sitting at $200,000, by a 20x. I mean, some people say, well, that's not really $200,000 is not that much, but to some, I mean, that's a lot of money. Well, everybody has been paying more groceries and gas. Did anything? $559 billion in profit from ExxonMobil. I know. Tell me that's not not an issue here. $59 billion in ExxonMobil. I mean, dude, we just keep paying the rich, right? And then they keep taxing the hell out of us to give out, ship off to Ukraine, and then they hire 89,000 IRS agents to come, make sure they get every dime from everyone, right? Like, why aren't they going after Exxon to take some money off that? Preventing elected leaders from owning securities and investment act. The Pelosi Act. Yeah, that is the Pelosi Act. You're right, dude. That act came out, which is good. So the SEC admitted that library was not a security. No, the secondary offering. So there was a, when the library case came out, there was a secondary offering of their LBC, which is a library coin or library token. And that secondary offering, which is just like XRP being a secondary offering of Ripple, was not a security. And so XRP's argument is like, we're set up the same way. So if you're going to deem them not to be a security, then you have to deem us not a security either. So again, I think that it's working towards us. 589 incoming. Trent's stuck with that 589. He's been pretty on it, dude. Yeah, it'll be crazy to sort of see what happens out of this whole deal, right? It'll be very interesting to see how this whole thing falls through. The answer is I don't know. None of us know, right? What's going to happen here? It's still speculative. There's no many country places that are based on being cash societies. I mean, I wouldn't want to be like some of these third world countries. There's no way I'd want to be a cash society in some of these third world countries. After seeing what's happening in like Nigeria and places in like, the Philippines and, Vietnam and all those areas, I think it'd be super rough to be able to say, yeah, I can't wait to go put my money in a bank. You know what I mean? Looks like the SEC will settle under XRP's terms as it's declaring it a security. That way they don't get black-eyed and losing the case. And I don't think XRP is willing to do that, though, Luke. I think XRP is going to fight through that because they know if they lose this case, they lose the cryptocurrency community loses overall. And that you set up a bad precedence if you do that. You know what I mean? You're setting up legal documents, a train of legal proceedings that will actually wreck probably crypto. Even though there are a lot of cryptos out there right now today that are tokens that are probably a security, way more so than that of XRP and everything else. Because when you think about it, like if XRP's job is to be an intermediary between funds and be able to act as if it's a currency exchange. If you go back and look at currencies are considered a commodity. They're a commodity. That's what they are. Currencies are a commodity. You know what I mean? And if you're going to be an exchange for a currency, I mean, you're using your money as a conversion tool for that. All you're doing is using yours as a commodity to assist with other commodities. Like I know it's a weird way of looking at it, but that's how I look at it. I thought you were teeing to make my point. You're here a lot from where, okay, cash will be a generational thing like checks. That's true. We'll look back and be like, man, remember, like our grandkids will look back and be like, what's that green paper? What's up, Rob? How you doing, man? I appreciate you holding the space down today. Shot of Jack will take care of that. That's true. I don't know if I can do Jack though. What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? Jack just is not my whiskey. Bad news is good news. That's my hunch. That's Triple D. Yeah, man. You got to. Hey, I like the positivity out of that. That's good. What's up, Valerium? What's going on, Al? It's good to see you, buddy. Cash is filthy, germ-infested toilet paper. MMAI poker game this week. Let's go. Yeah, I got to see. When was that day? February 9th, I think, when they were having a poker game. When's a good time to buy this week, you think? Definitely after tomorrow. Fine. Wait till we hear the rates tomorrow, and then we'll do it. Is there really an MMAI poker game this week? I think it's on the 9th. I think I saw the 9th. I'll have to follow up with everyone on that one. I thought I saw in the Telegram group it was the 9th. I like 20X. Yeah, me too. I like 20X too, man. 20X would be nice. My daughter works there. We just Peter Schiff, Kevin O'Leary to stop talking shit about. Don't even worry about them, dude. What's good? The MMAI new logo, very similar to Microsoft's new logo. This will be a copyright issue. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think there's a lot of logos out there that are very similar to each other across the board. So, I guess it's all for interpretation at that point. But, not my area. Not my, that's not my area. So, I mean, a commodity, not a security. Just hope for a market bottom in March, right before the XRP settlement. That would be nice, right? Nice little settlement in March, along with a settlement in March, and then we have the pivot would be fantastic. What's up, A-Team? What's up, Adam? Dude, Adam, I feel like I'm seeing Adam in a minute. Only reason I think XRP wants to settle is if they flat out win. Yeah, I don't think they're going to settle, dude. The SEC will appeal and go to the Supreme Court and hold it up for another 3 to 4 years. That's probably true. That's maybe why you would want to settle. Look at the roundness and the colors. I haven't even honestly looked at it, F. Joe. I mean, I saw a little screenshot of it, but I haven't really even looked at it. But I think a lot of things are similar. I mean, you can't patent a hexagon. I mean, let's just be honest. You can't. It's like going back and trying to patent toilet paper or Kleenex. I mean, a hexagon is a hexagon. I mean, I could have some similarities, but I don't know if you can actually start going and patent. You're going to go patent a circle. You're going to go patent a square. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can. That's way out of my expertise. The Supreme Court will never take an appeal on the XRP case. They will very well a few cases. Yeah, I don't think they're going to take. It's good, dude. This XRP case is going to be big for crypto in general. It probably would be one of the biggest decisions for crypto, if not the biggest decision for crypto. So poker game 5 p.m. on February 7th. All right, February 7th. That's where it's at. Okay. Well, I love it when I wake up in the morning and see I got my Luna 2.0 drop. We got the 2.0 drops coming in hot. Morning 18, I'm on the phone so I can watch chat. So hello, what's up, WebTurp? Hope your knee is doing good today. Took class and deal with the copyright trademark. The same logo and name can't be in the same sector as one that already had the paperwork, so it'll be fine. Interesting. Yeah, see, I didn't even take any legal stuff on that. Austin, when do you predict the XRP court case to be over? I mean, shoot, we thought it was going to be over in November of last year. So here we are. Here we are again, still battling this out, right? I honestly don't know. I don't even know if XRP even has an idea. But this is cool. So I want to make it clear they partnered with Ripple to develop the CBDC. So it's not like it's going to be Ripple. It's not going to be XRP that's going to be their CBDC. Ripple is basically going to help them create a CBDC for their country. So again, the whole goal is for XRP to, imagine if XRP is sort of that intermediary between cryptocurrency tokens and coins and the CBDCs. And XRP is going to be that transition between the two. And that's their goal behind this. That's why XRP could become valuable, especially if they're going to be working with countries like this. And XRP actually is able to be that intermediary between, let's just say, a token that you own, you transfer it into a Ripple, which then is paid out in the CBDC, and you're able to keep that CBDC as a form of a stable coin or something like that. Hate changes, inefficient to carry and count coins changes. That's true. Can't stay long. All right, Armor Guy. Start observing some training. All right, talk to you later. I appreciate you, man. Thanks, Armor Guy, for being here. Somebody patented the wheelbarrow after seeing it was not patented. They made bank. Yeah, but we're talking like, oh wow, I woke up. Austin, why can't I wake up at the hot topless blonde? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a good idea, Dranos. I'll take you up on that recommendation. Not a bad idea. I can make that change, and I'll do that for you. If you use the logo and offer some kind of computer program that was similar to Microsoft, it might be a problem. Yeah, okay. Why I hate the prices? I can see where that is going, F. Joe. I can see where that's going. Why I hate the prices are like $4.99 plus tax when you have to calculate. That's true. The $4.99 thing. That's what I liked about being in when we would shop in Oregon. There was no tax. There was no sales tax in Oregon, so everything was like $5. I mean, you're paying $5 because you're paying straight across $5. That's why I was like, dude, thank God, because there was no $4.99. Because then you'd pay $4.99 and people would be given a $5, or they'd give a $5 and get a cent back type thing. But I mean, everything was just very like clean cut. That's what I like. Ripple stated that they were only settled if the SEC confirmed clarity that XRP is not. See, that's true, right there, Sandblast. I'm with you, dude. All right, buddy. Take it easy, man. It's good seeing you, buddy. But I agree. I don't think that they should settle. You've gone through this. You spent millions of dollars. Why are you going to now settle? It might be over when they get a donkey out of an office. Ooh. Very high, 17 point. That's pretty good. You should take Microsoft to court for copyright. They won't win, but think of the publicity. You won't win, but you just take them to court. Like, you took our idea, man. You stole our idea. And just see what happens. Stores that don't take credit but don't have even a final price. Yeah. But I think this is good for XRP. This is showing that the XRP is still here. Like, people are still believing in XRP, and it's way bigger than what the SEC determines. This is a perfect example of that. And people are going to use XRP to hedge against or to bridge their CBDC in other countries. Like, that's why XRP is still going to be used in other countries. So this is something to watch. I mean, just because the SEC might want to, be sticklers on this and put their thumb down on the XRP here in the United States doesn't mean that other countries aren't looking at what XRP can bring to them. So very interesting how this is going to play out. Yeah, I think so too. It is a joke. I think it's just to keep their thumbprint on everything going on. Stores that don't take credit but don't have even a final price, at least a quarter or an update. They want to use Ripple's tech for CBDC, so it's their best interest. Yeah, it's true. I think that they'll do that too. We get another drop on Luna. Yeah, you should be getting another drop on Luna. I think there's one more drop after this, right? I'll have to look. The day before, supposed to come out and take their game down before pre-order because they didn't have a copyright trademark for every year and someone bought the name. Oh my God, dude, that sucks. Still patented if anyone is invested. Did you see how much money Joe? Dude, speaking of that, did you guys see how much Pfizer made off that? Where was it at? Right here. Drives Pfizer's 2022 revenue to a record $100 billion, dude. That just makes me sick. It makes me sick, dude, just to think. Speaking of that, like, that's insane. You should definitely add MMAI to the logo or else everyone, they're going to go to bank. They're like, man, this is a really good investment in Chase. Hope Pal shows bots who's the boss. And, oh, my God, Half-Life. Bring back the monkey. Should add the XRP bag then. I mean, I hold XRP. I don't think I'm going to sell it right now. Oh my God, F Joe. What's up, Dranos? What's up, everyone? We have 56 likes and 100. Appreciate you. Yeah, hit that like button. 179 people in here right now. Oz, did you watch the Died Suddenly documentary regarding the vaccine? Mind blowing. I did not. I don't like to get into that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be honest, dude. Like, that stuff, it doesn't do anything except make you feel, just gives people anxiety, makes people, if you got it, you know what I mean? People are going to be on edge. Like, just live your life, dude. And like, yeah, I don't know. There's so much fear and uncertainty out there, why make it worse? And so, yeah, that stuff's crazy. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's crazy as hell to see, all the things that are going on. But like, it's just another way to spread fear, just another angle. And, I get people want to be educated with it, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it goes both ways. And I will not watch it. Can't predict when there's going to be a big demand, especially from the governments. Yeah. It's going to bye-bye when everyone finally figures out what they did. Yeah. Cryptocurrency has less supply tokens. Shiba Inu 90 billion token supply. Yeah, that's pretty good. Austin, keep an eye on Bryce. I got to look up Bryce. But yeah, a lot of money coming in for Pfizer, that's for sure, dude. And a lot of doctors out there are making money off of this. A lot of congressional members, Congress and House members are making a lot of money off this. I mean, this is exactly what we all said would be is exactly what we're seeing right here. So it's very unfortunate, sad, but and it was forced upon everyone, and it's like, man, that really sucks, even people that didn't want to do it. So. Let's see, S&P 500 gains on Tuesday. Let's see, I already read that. What else do we got? Oh yeah, this is crazy right here. This is nuts, dude. Tesla records $140 million loss in Bitcoin. I mean, that's insane, dude. Imagine losing $140 million in Bitcoin net losses. Like, ugh, makes my stomach hurt. I know, I saw that. I saw it all, dude. Like, it's just I just try to stay out of it. There's just so much negativity with it. And we got so much other things going on. Like I try to avoid just like even hearing it, because it's just a catch-22. And like if you talk about it, even on like right now, if I talk about it on this space, I'll probably get taken down. I mean, like all that stuff, and you just want to try to avoid it. It's just not a discussion to be had on public platforms like YouTube. Why is there only a like button about it? They took away the dislike button. I don't know why. I think that was just the cancel culture. People didn't want to like. It's like getting the, if you take 5th place, they don't want to like. They want to give you a participation medal so you don't feel left out. It was sort of the same thing. They don't want you to feel like people hate you with the thumbs down, so they took it away. It's pretty funny. I live about 5 minutes from where the created. Oh man, where no. Oh my God. I know it's crazy. The whole thing is nuts. So Austin, I bought BTC, Solana, ADA, Link, and Matic at last year's lows. Me too, man. How would you play it? Well, I've already sold some of mine. So I sold Solana. I hope you sold some of your Solana before it tanked way down. ADA hasn't really done a whole lot. Matic, I hope that you've sold some of your Matic on the way up, and then potential to buy back. That's what I'm doing. So I do think that there'll be a little bit of a dip to be able to buy back into. And if not, then I missed it. You know what I mean? But my anticipation is there'll be a slight dip coming. So when you go to Korea, many of us want to steal fan. I'm going to Korea. I don't know yet. I have to talk with Andrew and Augie and them. Probably here in, I don't know, February maybe. I don't know, something like that. Thumbs down when you click it twice. BRL is getting near 148 level. That is bounce off. Oh, really? What is BRL again? What's BRL? I don't know what that is. Oh, really? MRA below $20. Ouch. Just popped my knee. I don't trust governments. Yeah, it's tough, dude. I mean, it's hard to trust people. I sold anything. I got Solana at $11. Oh, shit. Okay, where's Solana? I haven't even looked at the top cryptos. Let's see. Solana. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're doing good, man. $11. Solana's making a little bit of a comeback here. It's all a matter where you bought, right? And what you feel your purchases are. I mean, I sold this back. We sold some of this. I've been playing this back and forth for a while now, right? Sold some here. Bought some here, held it, sold some here, bought some, again, like it's just a matter of where you plan on selling it. Have your sell points. Anything over, if you bought it back here at 80 cents, or sorry, at 70 cents and it went back to $1, like that's a 30 cents return. And if you put $10,000 on that, I mean, you made some pretty good money off that, and so like, it depends on like where you're at with it, let's see. Yeah. And again, it's even if it's for a couple $100, $500, $600, $1,000, and I mean that's you take those profits, right? I mean that's what I've done multiple times. So like if you're buying, let's just say you have 10,000, you spend $10,000, got 13,000 of them, it goes up to $1. I mean, you made $3,000. So it's like, it's just a matter of how you do it. Even if you do it from $1,000 standpoint, if you put $1,000 in, it goes up to $1 from 75. You made like $300 off of it. You pull it out and you wait for the recycle of that. I mean, making $300 in a couple days or a week is pretty good. This could come back down again. It gets back to 75. You put 10K back in. It goes back up to $1. You cash back out. You just made another $3,000. Rinse and repeat. You could do that for a couple of these. I mean, a lot of these are finding that you can find that same cycle. Man, my nose is itchy as hell. The allergies are coming in hot. I think that's why I got a fever today, is because I feel like allergies are coming back earlier than normal. Bryce announced a plan to burn 99. Oh my gosh, they're going to burn that much? Yeah, it's going to be Central Time, so that's 2 hours. So, yeah, it's always about 11. Yeah, 11:30. Luke, yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. My nose is itchy. Should have the interest rate hike percentage announced by 1 p.m. CST tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're going to find that, and then he'll come out and speak. I was up 113x this morning after getting back from work. Damn, what were you up? Should have took profits for sure. Yeah, sounds so easy. It does sound easy, but that's where you gotta take emotion out of trading. And it's even taken me a while to get emotion out of trading too, because like you have that FOMO that kicks in. You don't want to sell and miss the next pump. But see, I sold early on my SHIB too. So like, and that was my first like where I really looked back and went, shit, dude, like I could have made an extra, I could have made thousands of more dollars if I didn't sell out some of my money at a time when SHIB was pumping. But I mean, in hindsight, looking back, I still sold way above where it's at today, right? So it's like, I could have made more money, and I could have sold, but at the same time, that's where when you buy into these dips, when you buy into these things, and say you get in at 75, you put 10K in there, it's a blue chip, it's secured, it goes up to $1 here. I mean, like, dude, from like I said right here, if you bought this dip and it went up, it was on the first, you bought this dip at 75 and it went all the way up to $1 right here. 15 days later, you made 3K off that. That's a huge win. And if you did any leverage trading on that, you could have made really killer money if you leverage trade that. But again, it could go the other way too. So that's where playing the markets is, super important. Is Dr. GGN coming on tomorrow? I'll have to ask him. Good. I'll see if he's available. Have to trade with numbers, not the heart. Yeah, it's hard not to. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? It's hard because then you're afraid like, oh, well, shit. Because see right here, sold at $1. And then now it's went all the way up to $1.18. So I could have made more money off that, but I can't go back and look at that and go, man, now I'm disappointed that I could have made an extra, 18 cents off that. Like that would have been fantastic, making an extra 18 cents. But you live with the rewards of what you put in. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't sell it all. I play. I have my long-term investment, and then I have like some play. I play around with certain areas, right? And then if I lose some money on that, I just know that I can average that out with the gains that I had at 30 cents. So like, in all reality, it's not really a net loss for me. So don't always look at it as like a net, like, especially if you have money in there. Let's just say you have $1,000 in, you got it at 30 cents. You go put another $1,000 in there, and that 30 cents turns into, now it's worth about $3,000. You go put another $1,000 in there, and you put it at 75 cents. It goes up to $1. You just gain an extra $300. You can cash out that $1,300, right? Because you got that $300. You still have your original. Well, if you do it the other way around, you put that 1,000 in, and it goes down, and you're down $300. You're like, okay, I'm down $300, but I'm still up. Like $2,700. And so then you got to have a sell point too, to where even with your 30 cent, you got to have a sell point. Is it 70 cents? Is it 75 cents? Is it a long-term bag? I mean, this is where your own strategy comes in here. This is where your own strategy, everyone does things differently. I do things differently. Some days I'll be like, I don't plan on selling this. And then all of a sudden I'll hit a number and I'm like, okay, I'm selling today. So it's an interesting, you got to set your own thing. You know what I mean? Don't always think that everyone's right. You gotta have your own feel for it as well. Yeah, don't try to time the top or the bottom. Just take profit. That's Luke. Yeah, don't try to time it. If you time it, you'll be disappointed. Never cry over spilled beans. That is true. Smaller gain goals, pick a percentage and get out, and don't feel bad about it. Yeah, that's one thing I think a lot of us gotta get past is like feeling bad because you got out. I took profits on Magic token, bought at 49 cents, and sold some at 0.6 today. Yeah, that's a good return, right? You 3x your money on that, and you took your profits, dude. Like that's fantastic, And then you let the rest ride or whatever you choose to do with it, and sit back and wait. I've been here, Austin, just sit back listening. I appreciate that, man. For a competitive person, I just don't want to win. I want to annihilate. This is not a great strategy for trading. True that. I feel you on that. Some dude I had a dream about in DXY last month. I saw it going to 78. Oh, wow. That'd be a good dream. Imagine if stock had taxes. Oh, that would suck. I mean, people would be pissed, right? Just like they do like now with crypto having taxes. Like when I bought Cheddar at launch, Sold at 2x and it ran up to 2 billion market cap. Would have made $470K off of $300 if I just held 3 weeks. I'm still salty. Oh my god. Yeah, that one's tough. But see, that's the thing though, is you're putting $300 in, so you 2x'd it, so you made $600. You pulled it out. Like I think again, but if you put 10K into there and at 2x'd and you made 10K and you pulled it out, like that's a different game, right? So like $300. If I put, we're all different, right? We're all on different spectrums here, but Bree, that's a lot of fucking money to walk away from. 407K, like I would be salty as hell too. I gotta give it to you, dude. I'd be salty as hell. But yeah, that's stress. That's stressful. I'm gonna try the strategy. I'll hold my all-time low bag all the way till the next bull run, but I'll start a second bag that rides the cycles. That's exactly how I do it, Drinos. It's okay to do that. You know what I mean? Like I do it all the time. I said I'll buy in when the market. That's the thing is that people, even if you bought in right here, right? Like you're like, oh shoot, it's pumping. All right, it's up to 80 cents. And maybe you wait for this to go up. I mean, like some people that bought right here are still up, right? It doesn't have to always be the low. We were buying it. I think we were buying it right around this time frame. I don't know exactly my low. I don't know if I caught it at 75. I think I caught it at 80 cents. I was just giving examples. Take a little advice from everyone and make your own. 100%, dude. If we put 10K into Cheddar, she would have been a motherfucking dude. Yeah, Cheddar. What's Cheddar at now? What's new with MMAI? Well, we got this. We're gonna hopefully have a new update with the wallet. Obviously I'll be going over there here shortly. We got the NFT gonna be. We got about another week of the NFT, and then when that's sold, people will be able to go and mint their NFT, and then we'll be able to actually then move forward with the other properties that people will be able to see what they're purchasing. So that'll be cool to see. Just pick something with product market fit, not a shit coin. Time in the market will beat time in the market most times. Time in the market, yeah. Small degen plays are okay, but you don't get rich overnight. Speak those facts, Kev. Normally the markets do opposite the day before the Feds talk and announce the rate. Yeah, tomorrow will be red, dude. I have a feeling. I mean, there's people who are already shorting the market for tomorrow's market. It's gonna happen. But you got to be better. Exit plan. Bot FTM. Yeah, because she would have left. If she would have left someone YOLO 10K when I bought it, that would have been like 13 million. Oh my god, that'd have been crazy. But the question, would they have had the liquidity to pull that out? That's the thing, is like, would their liquidity been strong enough to pull that out? I don't think so. 1 week left on NFT sales, good stuff. Key holders are gonna eat. Yeah, the key holders will be sitting pretty. I mean, even if we get to 500 key holders, I mean, that's pretty damn good. And the rest of the properties just go onto the open market. So it'll be 4,500 properties will go to the open market. So, yeah, it's not shitcoin. And Mara also. Yeah, good old Mara. What's up, JG, American Idol? But, yeah, I thought Tesla losing that much was a lot. This is insane. So I was watching, if you guys haven't, I don't know if you guys like Joe Rogan or not, but I mean, his guests that come on there are pretty insightful people. I mean, like, it's pretty crazy, the experience and what these people know and the knowledge behind what these people know. But to hear them talk about ChatGPT and to hear them talk about like just everything associated with it, I mean, there's going to be no college. In the next 4 years, dude, people aren't going to be going to college. Like, it's just plain and simple, dude. They're just going to be using ChatGPT. I mean, to think, and I don't know if you guys actually saw, this right here, this movie, you guys, let's see. This one right here, you guys, I know you guys saw this movie called Ex Machina. Crazy, crazy movie, right? I mean, you guys remember this lady, right? Ex Machina. This is exactly what's going to happen in the future. This is what ChatGPT is going to do to us. Just to let everyone know that. This is what we're in line for. Call it a conspiracy, call it whatever you want to call it, but these people, when you listen to that interview with Joe Rogan, I can't remember the guy's name that he was with, but that interview is insane to even start to rationalize or put your mind around what it could be or anything like that. Yeah. You're right. Neuralink and ChatGPT. I mean, that's what Neuralink would probably do. Be able to generate exactly what ChatGPT. People would have so much control. Like, we would expand our mind. Like, these are how populations and societies and civilizations live on beyond probably our realm that we're in today. It blows my mind to think, but I mean, when you start to really sort of like, oh wow, yeah, it's crazy. That's what happens. Project didn't look like it was going to do anything, but when Andy Milonakis posted about it on Twitter, then Macklemore posted it on Insta. How could I have guessed that it would happen? Yeah, that's crazy as hell. Andy Milonakis, I remember him, the Milonakis show. You gonna lie? I wouldn't mind it if we had 500 or less key holders. Microsoft biting off the new MMAI logo. Yeah, they just didn't they just release their logo? I don't know when they actually created it. Let's take a look at it. Microsoft. Is it the Microsoft Office logo? Microsoft Office 365 logo. It should be their new logo, right? Yeah, it's this one right here. Yeah, it looks like that. I mean, definitely some differences. Yeah. Well, I mean, then you know, I guess Chase Bank's gonna go after them. I guess Chainlink's gonna go after them. I guess, you know, I mean, so I don't know. It seems like it's a definitely a symbol of the future. Jeez, seems like that's the next step to, you know, being on the trend. Hey Austin, update on XRP. We get the W. No, we didn't get the W, but we definitely got some wins in terms of you know, what they're actually saying out there. So, especially the library case coming up, I think that they're getting small wins, which will eventually be bigger wins down the road. Project didn't look like it was going to do anything. Yeah, that's crazy. Is the movie Megan? Oh yeah, I saw that too. That movie is crazy. That movie creeps me out. What makes me real upset is that I think I had take decent profits on Saitama. That's hate OpenSea trying to see if number 222 is sold yet. Waiting for the end of the week. Hopefully ETH drops and I'll buy more. Yeah, ETH might drop, right? Yeah, the Neuralink, ChatGPT, like the whole thing is just nuts. And when you start to read about this and what it can do, like, oh, I gotta find that. What is the Joe Rogan, ChatGPT? This guy, this guy right here. What GPT could mean for the future of artificial intelligence? Like, this is wild, dude. Like, and I probably can't play this because I'll probably get flagged. I don't even know if you guys can hear it because my whole audio has been messed up since I did everything. So I have no idea if you can actually even hear this. Everything I do from the audio standpoint is trash. But this right here is wild. That AI video from Tom was eye-opening. I suggest everyone watch it. It is wild, dude. This guy speaks facts. My 14-year-old already downloaded ChatGPT yesterday, and this morning he's going to be straight A's. I spent a whole night chatting with Andy Milonakis on Telegram chat that night. 14-year-old me was crying on the inside. Yeah, the Milonakis show was awesome, dude. Everybody is talking about ChatGPT, but nothing is being sold about Google. That's true. It is scary stuff. I will agree. This whole thing is just you just don't know what to expect, right? We don't know what to expect. We'll probably be bigger. We can hear it. Oh, you can hear it? Okay. I don't know if Joe Rogan's going to actually flag me for this.
Fascinating question.
Yeah.
Have you experimented with it at all?
I have not, but someone, the gentleman who runs the JRE companion page, made a rap with ChatGPT.
Coders are now asking it to solve coding problems, and it will actually write code that is functional.
I think it's about halfway through it. It starts talking about how crazy it gets. Right here. This is where it gets crazy.
That's one concern. And then the other concern.
Yeah, right here.
When we say, well, ChatGPT doesn't know what it's saying. It's not conscious. We know it's not conscious because it's not programmed to have a consciousness. We are actually ignoring the other half of the story, which is that we don't know how human consciousness works, and we don't know how it develops in a child. All right? A child is exposed to a world of adults talking around them, and the child experiments, first with phonemes and then words and then clusters of words and then sentences. And by doing something that isn't all that far from what ChatGPT is doing, it ends up becoming a conscious individual. And so,
Like, did you just hear that? He said that it will become a conscious individual eventually. Like that's what's going to happen when ChatGPT grows and it starts to learn more language, starts to learn more interaction, starts to learn more, just how the consciousness of something works and it doesn't work, and like that kind of stuff gets wild, dude. When you start to really like put that to like just think about that. But
I think it's clear that ChatGPT isn't conscious. It couldn't be, but it isn't clear to me, at least, that we are not suddenly stepping onto a process that produces that very quickly without us even necessarily knowing it. Oof.
So he's talking about this potentially having a consciousness that eventually can grow into being basically thinking along the same lines as a child growing into an adult and being able to have a consciousness of right and wrong reasoning. And like you said, we might not actually see that, but it doesn't mean that we won't stumble upon it. Like, man, it makes my head spin when you start to think about how this will work out or play out.
And what steps, if any, can be done to mitigate that at this point?
Well, it's interesting. I wrote a paper which
I beg to differ, Al. They're saying the next 2 years will be so far beyond where we're at today with this that in the next year, he says this in here, that in the next year we could see ginormous steps in not only technology's future but AI technology that will be beyond even what we're able to rationalize today. And that right there, a year from now or 2 years from now, is scary to think. And he talks about that in here. And I mean, it is wild as hell, dude. I get that this is like, a lot of people could actually get a little bent out of shape about this because it is scary that we don't know what could happen. And I don't know if anyone's smart enough. I mean, this is like Terminator. This is like Terminator at real life right now. We don't know what the hell is going to happen.
I never published anywhere in 2016 about this very issue. In fact, I used basically the argument that you could attain artificial general intelligence by imbuing computers with a childlike play environment for language and then exposing them to a huge data set, which is not exactly what's happened here, but it's in the ballpark. And I would argue, and I did argue, that one needs to build an architecture in which this can't get away from you, right? And so the architecture that I advocate for is actually a metamorphosis architecture where metamorphosis is not allowed. It is an affirmative choice of humans. So in other words, if you think about, let's say that we developed some artificial frogs to do some...
This gets wild right here. Listen to this.
Clear some waterway or something. And we imbued them with an intelligence so that they could learn to clear the waterway better, but we worried that they might learn to do something that we don't want them to do, and that we would have no way of arresting it once these frogs were released in the wild and capable of producing more of themselves. But if what you say is, well, at the point at which you go from a tadpole to a frog, you have to ask us if you can go, right? There's no automatic transition from a tadpole to a frog. There are still dangers, right? In the case of GPT chat, I think some of the artificial intelligence existential risk folks would tell you that one of the dangers is that the chat AI could convince you to do its bidding.
Oh.
As you said, when you were looking at this, it felt like a person, right? And the point is, something that feels like a person can play on your emotions, right? Can that be used to cause a fail-safe to be removed? Maybe. But in any case, this only deals with one of the two issues I'm raising. The question of actual artificial general intelligence arriving, us not knowing necessarily that it has, right? That's a frightening prospect.
And I think it has. I think that's the thing, is that it's already underway. And people that are a lot smarter than me, maybe even you guys, have hands on this already. and who knows what in a year time it's going to be. You know what I mean?
And in fact, I have a little thought experiment that might reveal why. But the other issue is the issue of competence. In a world where, you know, you basically have, you know, you have a Cyrano de Bergerac dystopia where everybody is using this thing behind the scenes in order to say things that are beyond their own capacity to articulate.
Yep.
Right? Then the world becomes some new kind of hall of mirrors. We've had a hard enough time dealing with algorithms on.
This is what we're dealing with right now. Political warfare. This is what we're dealing with. Putting out proper journalism. Is that right or wrong? How do we stop that from happening? How do you know that what maybe Trump said was true? This chap GPT was able to sound just like him, act just like him, put out articles just like him. I mean, the thought process of like what is real and what isn't is becoming harder and harder. This will only convolute that even more. And like I said, imagine what can happen when you have this technology and you could start playing on people's emotions. Let's just talk about the pandemic, everything that's happened with the pandemic. Imagine what this could do in people's hands. It is mind-boggling. It really is, and it makes you go, shit. What is going to be real and what's not? What are our kids going to think is right? What are our kids going to think is wrong based off of what is put out there? You know, you can basically convince children that the history wasn't really the true history of what's happened in the world because based off of what's being told here, right? So now you're going to have to really dictate how do your kids get information and whether that information is actually accurate or not.
On search and feed, this is a whole next level of difficulty in knowing where you are and who you're talking to and what it means and what their motives are. And
facts.
I think we ought to be on
facts.
When you extrapolate, when you look at what this does and what it's capable of, and what I think what scares people is something that seems to be a person, but doesn't have any emotion, doesn't have any soul. It's not us, but it behaves exactly as us. And then you can put it in a physical entity.
Yeah,
that. So if you have this chat GPT and then you extrapolate to version 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's a physical thing that has this ability inside of it to communicate with you like Ex Machina, where it's exhibiting all of the behavior characteristics of a person. Like one of the most terrifying things, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
You guys got to watch it,
by
the way.
One of my favorite movies of all time was when that guy who was brought in to sort of run some tests on these artificial intelligence creations and determine whether or not they pass as human.
Y'all are wild.
What's called again? The
Turing test.
Turing test.
Yeah.
And he is in love with this woman. She's manipulated him to the point where he's aided her in her escape. And then she leaves him in that room with the bulletproof glass, and he's pounding on the glass, and she walks away with not a thought at all about him. It is the ultimate example of the worst case scenario of where this can go, where you have something that behaves exactly like a human being and knows how to play upon your sexual urges, your emotional desires, all of those different things that she plays upon. And then she just walks away from him and leaves him to starve to death in this fucking bulletproof room.
Yeah, and I'm now recalling the film, and it's done very well because it manipulates you passively in your seat.
Yes.
Right? You're right, David.
This character on the screen, and so you are betrayed too.
Yes.
In this, you want to believe that it's emotional, and it has none of that.
You feel bad for this woman, what you think is a woman, who is contained. And, when she's saying to him when the power goes out, don't trust him. And then, the power comes back on, she behaves normally again. You're like, oh my God, like she's trapped.
Right.
Like this poor creature, they've made a person, essentially. And she has these thoughts and hopes and dreams, just like a regular person, but now she's trapped. And he falls in love with her. And even though he's seen her in her robot form, when she puts skin on and when she puts clothes on, when she's in front of him, he's in love with her.
Right, and it, again, it plays very well because
shit's wild, dude. Because this is it. This is what's going to happen.
Straight men.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to react to this.
I'm sure straight women as well. I'm sure gay women, gay men,
no doubt.
Everybody.
Well, yes, but in this particular narrative,
right,
you have to be a gay woman or a straight man for it to trigger you. But part of this is actually inevitable in the ChatGPT story because.
Did you just hear that?
Especially to the
he said inevitable.
Mindless entity that doesn't.
He said this is inevitable, meaning that this is most likely what's going to happen. I mean, that's what he said. That scenario that we just played out with Ex Machina, or whatever you want to call it, like that scenario is inevitable to play out. Like with the capabilities of ChatGPT, like I don't think people really understand fully what the hell we're getting into when we talk about Chat. Like it's great to go on there and write in an article, like, hey, write me an article on, whatever you want. Write me an essay, write me code. Like that's great. But then when you start to get into like what we're talking about here, like, I mean, when you start to actually put this into like maybe an entity or a form or something like that, into an actual like a robot. I mean, to put it bluntly, I mean, like this gets insane, dude. This can keep you up at night.
Know what it's doing. It's just striving to do it better.
Exactly.
The tactics that work will register as, oh, you did it right. So to the extent that you have those vulnerabilities in you and it finds them and that works, then the point is reinforcement.
Right? It scares us because it's not us, but it is us.
Well,
because it's behaving exactly like us.
Because I think IMJ, I think the reason why we look at it like this is because mostly it's you have to look at the negatives associated with the positives, and I think that the negatives might outweigh the positives with this. I agree with you that we should look at this and maybe it will help guide us beyond that. But again, where's the fail-safe on this? When you talk about any machine, a machine is just told what to do, right? You program it to be told what to do. It doesn't deviate from whatever is told to be done. Same with a computer program, right? You set up a computer program to do exactly what you want it to do, and it does what you want it to do. However, if you deviate from that, it will change course and do whatever you tell it to do, which is a deviation from whatever it was. There's no different than this, right? This could all be the people can actually use this and deviate or push agendas even further beyond what we fathom. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to say is that this could actually cause some pretty it could just cause some major issues. I mean, I truly believe that, right? Trying to understand what's real from what's reality and what's not. What's real and what's not. And I mean, and like it's a tough thing, man, especially when people start to look at it as this could be negative. I mean, I look at it as this could be detrimental in certain ways, right? It could be positive in a lot of places, but it could be very, very harmful in a lot of others. And if you play this scenario out, which we just talked about it with Joe Rogan here, if this scenario gets played out, this is the massive negative, dude. This could actually be detrimental to society. This could be detrimental to our civilization in all reality. I get that that's like really outside the box thinking. That's almost like conspiracy theory thinking, maybe almost cuckoo, wear my foil tin hat. But it's something that makes you go, shit. If that actually plays out, oh man, I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's a rough thing when you start to really think about it. There's only 2 statements from AI so far. Both have said shut down due to not liking us. The whole world really shouldn't be allowed to mess with another one. I mean that's how do we stop that too, right, Steve? What's up, by the way? It's just like crypto. If you're hearing about it on YouTube, it's too late. That's true. This has already been developed, bro. Like we already know that. I mean, Microsoft getting their hands on it is to be able to stay up with it. The people that fall behind on this technology are going to be the ones looking back going, damn, dude, I wish we would have actually jumped on that a lot sooner. I say take it one step at a time, but it can evolve and think of itself. Then you have to kill it, in my opinion. That's true, right? But can you? That's the question, Luke. Can you? If it gets too far out there, like he said, he used the frog scenario in this instance, right? So you produce these frogs to go clear waterways. These frogs clear the waterways. They do what you tell you to do, but how are you going to keep them from not only generating more and progressing further, but how are you going to keep it from actually going beyond what you tell it to do, especially if it starts to have a cognitive understanding of what it is or what it's trying to be. And everything in this world evolves into another step, another creature. Like you go back and look at Darwinism and how birds have evolved and humans have evolved. I mean, imagine when you start to incorporate this and how that would look. It's sort of, I think that there could be a lot of positive things that come from this, but there's a lot of negative things too. 50 years later, battle for humanity against the robots rage on. I think that very well could happen, right? Shouldn't I? I missed the word shouldn't. No, you're good, man. ChatGPT just said, hit the like button. We're all just robots scared. Yeah, we are definitely in the Matrix right now. The AI statements are self-fulfilling prophecies. AI crawls the web to cultivate a response to a question, and we have populated the web with info that says AI will take over. We've already informed AI. That is true. You're right, dude. You're right. You're absolutely right. But there's nothing I'm not the only one saying that, right? Joe Rogan's been saying it. These guys are saying it. Like, this is already out there. But again, this person's not conscious. But it, like you said, it can through time. Just like a kid, when a kid's born, technically they don't really have like an actual understanding of like a conscious understanding of like feeling or interaction or any of that stuff. They learn that, right? It's actually taught. Being around humans, talking, engaging, learning is all through the growth of a kid, right? That's how you grow as a kid. No different than ChatGPT. You're an infant, but through the course of time, it's going to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger. And it's going to have more, it's going to learn more and more and more and eventually become something that actually is of a human state. And that's what we're trying to say here. And it's crazy. In today's world, if it gets past firewalls, if you give it access to every device, then we're all screwed. Terminator stuff. Yeah, I know. It really is. I mean, this is like I said, this is tinfoil hat talk, but it's a reality that it should be setting in for a lot of people. No matter what people say, AI is designed after us. So what does that say about the human element? Maybe we are just as naturally good as we think. Well, I think that's where Elon has said this, and people get really, really pissed off when they talk about, Neuralink. I mean, imagine, like they said, you start inserting Neuralink into a human, and then you're able to introduce ChatGPT inside that Neuralink to allow the mind of a human to expand beyond what our human brain is allowed to right now, right? I mean, I think that the thoughts can be endless with this, right? When you look back at like how much capacity our brain uses, we don't use a lot. Let's see. Like when you say up, like we obviously one of the smartest people in our generation, was Einstein, right? And what's even nuts about this is that we can't even get more than a 20, again, we can't even use like, I think 10% of our brain. I can't remember what it was, but I think that, didn't they say that Einstein didn't use more than 10% of his brain, obviously being one of the smartest people out there. I don't know exactly how that goes, but just to even think that you have 100% of a brain out there and you're only using 10% of it, the smartest person is only using 10% of your brain or their brain power. And we know that the brain is very powerful. We know that the mind over matter. We know that the brain can probably cure a lot of things in our bodies that we don't even recognize. Like, to think that we could probably overcome diseases and self-cure ourselves through our mind having power to basically convince ourselves that like we're stronger than when people start to talk about this stuff, it blows your mind. And this is I love these kind of discussions because it just makes me think like, we're taking the next steps to become like we are a part of a generation right now to where we could really change just the way a lot of things are being done. I mean, maybe people that are only live to be 80 years old, maybe people start to live to be 200 years old. Whether people want to do that or not, I don't know. But there's some people out there that would be willing to live for 200 years through a device, to be able to, live on and see their family and, if they die, live further on, right? If you die, you just come back. You know what I mean? Imagine how that would play out. It would be crazy, but it could play out. Running into a lot of people in Silicon Valley, the top startups are AI projects, yeah. I agree, man. I'm gonna get ChatGPT to day trade my crypto, dude. It already can do that, dude. It's already calling out Ethereum. I mean, when you start to read these articles that come through in here, and I'm being serious, dude. You read some of these things, like they're already ChatGPT is already calling these things out. I have to find some of these, but it's like, but it will, like, people will put out articles now about like what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, type in what's going to happen to the financial market tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Here, well, I'll ask ChatGPT right now on live right now. I'll say, let's see if I can find it real quick. Where are you at, OpenAI? Let me get it real quick. There you are. Okay. Ask /ask. Will the financial market go up or down tomorrow? Let's see what he says in 3 seconds. I meant. ChatGPT down from. Oh my God. But this kind of stuff is just. I mean, this stuff is just wild, dude. And you can go down and find the list of these things, and it gets insane. We have to figure out what we use all of our brains. It's 10 to 20%. If only used one time per section. If we unlock 100% in one section, we could see through time probably. Yeah. What if that happens? You know what I mean? Like, really, just think about that. It's a crazy conversation to be had, but I love the conversation. Like, I love thinking outside the box like that. You use more than 10% of your brain. I think you only use small parts. Okay, one at a time. I get what you're saying. I'm not a brain expert with it, but AI gets taken over by non-physical entities. That's already a sentence. Yeah. Isn't it already going in price? It is. It already is giving price predictions. It says, so I said, is the financial sector market going to go up or down tomorrow? It says, although it is impossible to predict certainties of the financial sector, most experts believe that past performance, news events, and the economic indicators suggest potential downward trend in the market. But there's no way to know for sure what will happen tomorrow. So even this one is saying that based off of the news that's out there, the past performances, because again, it has access to all the charts, it's doing all the data, and then it's going to have the news events that are out there, the economic indicators. It knows all this stuff. It's going to come out and it's going to tell me that based off this, it suggests that there's going to be a potential downward trend in the markets tomorrow. Is that true or not? Are you going to believe it or not? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, and I guess he could be right or wrong. But he says there is no way to know for sure what will happen tomorrow. I love how they didn't give financial advice at the end of that, but sort of gave financial advice. That's my thing. I'm like, dude, I'm not giving financial advice. ChatGPT is giving financial advice. That's what I'm going to put on my anywhere. This is not financial advice. This is ChatGPT's financial advice. So I'm going to push everything back on ChatGPT because they're the ones that are predicting the future here. That's so funny. Both due to the futures and options. So yeah, I can't get into send confirmation email. Oh, you talking about for ChatGPT? You can use ChatGPT 3, which isn't down all the time and gives more options. There's going to be so many ChatGPTs coming out here. And you got to be careful because those things are going to probably wreck your accounts. Make sure you get to the right one. You're going to start downloading these things. They're going to start hacking your wallets. They're going to start hacking your bank accounts. I mean, like, dude, like, be careful what you're downloading and putting on your internet, please. When will the next bull run start? Okay, let's ask that. /ask. When will the next bull run start? Let's see what it says. If you were holding on buying a key to the city tomorrow, it might be a discount if ETH goes down. Well, ChatGPT is telling me it's probably going to go down. When is Shibarium coming out? They just like know they're tapped into. That's what I'm saying. What they start tapping into Shibarium stuff? You know what I mean? This one says it's impossible to know exactly when the next bull run will start, as it depends greatly on the market. Yeah, that one didn't really give a whole lot. It's too broad. The brain burns a lot of glucose. It's about efficiency. You wouldn't want that part, that process, math firing on all cylinders if you were being chased by a lion. Oh, you guys are wild, dude. I want to get that ChatGPT to make an algorithm to mass spam to the spammers a picture of Mr. Hanky. That could happen, right? I mean, you get this into the hands of some people, dude, and you can do probably some really good things. You get into the hands of some wrong people who can do some really bad things. But I think that's like anything, right? I mean, you get a, yeah, it's anything. So, but this thing is wild, dude. It's something I'm going to continue to follow. Definitely something I'm going to continue to use. I honestly love ChatGPT. You can write it for anything. It tells you anything you want to know. I mean, it gives you can even ask it like, what are the best Minecraft cheats? What are the best, what are the best cheats you could do for, Grand Theft Auto 5? And it will tell you all these things. Elon Musk is scared of AI too. Yeah, he's already came out and said it too. But yeah, with all that, man, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. It was nice ending with that. Definitely go, when we get off the stream, just go take a look at, just start to think back of all the capabilities and whether you think ChatGPT is a good thing or a bad thing. I think I'm in the mix. I think I'm in the mix of where it could be good or bad. I think it could probably do more good than it could do harm, but I could also see it being bad too, man. So yeah. It's not, no, it's not. It's not just that. So yeah, with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I have asked it a sort. It's pretty underwhelming, to be honest. Yeah, I think that they're only giving us a little bit, Kev. They're not giving us the full spectrum of what AI is going to be used for. So yeah. Anyways, tomorrow we'll be on here for the announcement tomorrow of for the financial sector tomorrow with Jerome Powell himself. We'll see what the rates are going to be. We'll see what the markets are going to do. And yeah, with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be back on. I should be back on tonight. Sorry I wasn't on last night. We had some meetings last night, so I wasn't on. But hopefully be back on tonight. So with all that, love you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Peace out, everyone.